Good morning, Libra women. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Ladies, what I like to do is to go on and give you your romantic reading, actually your 2019 reading of the predominant male energy that I'm kind of feeling coming towards you the entire year. And ladies, this reading will be valid in this entire year. And I've decided to go on and use my Lenormand's deck as we see here illustrated here. Also, I decided to use a few additional cards, and of course, we'll get to those as we get to those. So prior to getting into your reading, ladies, I just like to go on and make a few general observations. But ladies, if this reading resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, let's go on and look at a few general, or make a few general observations. And I'll try to explain the man or men, because it looks like it's multiple men in your reading. The energies that I'm kind of feeling coming towards you, okay? He seems to me, this man seems to lead a somewhat of a double life. He seems a bit unstable, you guys, and it looks like he's somewhat commitment phobic too when you're looking at those cards there. He looks also very sensitive. I'm also seeing another man in here. It looks like he's very stable and dependable. And I'm feeling, you know, that these men, or the man or the male energy that's coming towards you, makes you feel as if he's your soulmate, okay? I'm also getting a sense that one of the men seems to be a troublemaker, and he seems to be going through a crisis of some sort, you know? He looks very deceitful and seems to be a liar, okay? And he's quite controlling. I'm feeling that there's a lot of trust issues that surrounds this relationship. And for some of you, this relationship is quite abusive, okay? I'm also seeing financial troubles and a lot of karmic problems, you know, that seems to be surfacing here in your reading, as well as possibility of theft, okay? Ladies, let's go on and get started and examine your card that fell to the bottom of the deck. We have that sit card or sight, and ladies, that connects to air type signs: Gemini, Libra, okay, and or Aquarius, as well as the earth sign, you know, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, okay? I'm kind of feeling with this card that, because this card is really all about kind of getting rid of unneeded things, or kind of cutting something, you know, out of your life, or either like cutting someone from your life. You know, this card shows emotional separation. So some of you might or will be going through, it looks like, a period of emotional separation. Perhaps it's potentially with an individual who appears very cold and harsh, you know. He appears very judgmental and also a bit scarred too with this card. I'm also feeling too that some of you, you know, might have ended this relationship. And this card is kind of showing you, or you attempting to kind of cut away the debris, if you will. Okay? Now, this person potentially could be a surgeon, a dentist, you know. I'm kind of picking up maybe a war type victim, or he could be a soldier, work in the stock market or some, or bank, or a politician of some sort for some of you ladies, okay? Let's go on and look at your next card here. We have that crossroad, or the path card. And ladies, this card is all about decisions and choices. And it also denotes, once again, air type signs. So once again, it's Gemini, Libra, and or Aquarius. And it looks like more than likely this man, he appears to have more, you know, other romantic options, you know. And this card therefore shows that this man appears very, as I suggested from the observations, very unstable. He seems to always really be on the go, or very indecisive, you know. He appears, as I suggested by looking at the observations, to be going through a midlife crisis of some sort. And for some of you, I'm even kind of picking up red colored hair with medium to fair skin. And I feel that he dresses differently, you know. And people, please don't get caught up on race, because again, I'm reading for a wide audience. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm kind of picking up here, and all colors are coming up, but I'm just telling you exactly what I'm kind of feeling. Okay. Again, as I suggested, he does dress differently, and he might even work, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps in mediation, or he might do like life coaching, or he's a tracker of some sense, or does something with cars, or a tourist, you know, or a person who even might even like to hike. Okay, let's move right along, ladies and gentlemen, and look at your next card here. We have that Moon card, and ladies, that card is certainly all about our emotions, and it's all about a need to kind of be acknowledged, if you will. Okay, and that connects us to water type signs: Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpio. Okay, so therefore this card says that this man is very seductive and highly perceptive, ladies. He might even be a bit creative when you see that card. Okay, he might be well known, and for some of you he might even be like a celebrity in some sense. Or if he's not a celebrity, it looks like he's very well known in his profession, and as I suggested to you, potentially could be a bit famous. I'm also picking up fair blonde hair coloring as well for some of you. I'm also seeing that he's very spiritual and intuitive, and I'm feeling, ladies, in any event, he's someone with great influence of some sense, and I'm also seeing a full face type person, very moody type individual. Okay, let's move on, ladies, and look at your next card here. We have that Anchor card. Okay, and so, ladies, that kind of connects us with air type signs. Once again, you have strong air throughout this reading. So once again, the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so with the Anchor card, ladies, this card is all about stability and optimism. So this says that this man appears established and kind of wants to settle down. And as I suggested to you, ladies, there are a myriad of men in this reading. So, some seem to be unstable and some seem to want to settle down. But with this man, I'm kind of feeling that he's I'm seeing very dark hair, or dark brown hair. And he appears very responsible. And ladies, he could also, with this card, work, do maintenance type work, or he might even be a security type person. And even, ladies, with the Anchor card, he might even be a news anchor. Okay, and he looks, ladies, very supportive. And I kind of see that, as I suggested to you, I'm seeing very strong dark features. Okay, and I'm feeling a sense that he might even live near water. Okay, and he might, even with this card, ladies, want to kind of establish a more long-term type relationship, because he doesn't seem like, even though he does want these things, I don't feel like he can really be trusted in some sense, or you're feeling that sense, because we're seeing this snake here lurking, you see? Okay, and of course, we know that this next card here represents him. So you see that, this is right in the middle of that. Okay, and it also explains more of his personality. So looking at the snake card, ladies, that card is certainly all about problems and disappointments. It's all about a lot of betrayal. So since this card immediately follows this man, you might not be able to really trust him, I'm feeling that you might find yourself caught up in a romantic entanglement when you see this card, because usually this snake card, in most cases, as I suggested to you, it represents manipulation and temptation. And just as in the Bible, that the snake kind of tempted Eve, this card says that this man more than likely is a user, manipulator, troublemaker, and this card could potentially represent the other woman that he's seeing. Okay, and with the snake card, ladies, it connects us with water type signs: Scorpio, Pisces, Cancers, as well as the fire signs: Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Okay, so as I suggested, this card shows that this man has a tendency of being very abusive. Okay, cheats, even potentially steals and lies, and he looks like he has a lean body, ladies. He seems to have a hidden agenda, it looks like. Okay, and this card might also denote, as I suggested to you, a mistress on the side or another woman that he's dealing with. You know, I'm feeling that, you know, his body appears to be quite flexible. And I'm also picking up long hair for some of you, okay? He's also jealous and might even be a convicted felon too, as well, ladies, when, you know, particularly with this card, okay? Let's move right along and look at your next card there. We have this bear card, okay? And ladies, that connects us to earth type signs, the Taurus, you know, the Virgos, and once again the Capricorns, okay? So with the bear card, ladies, this card is certainly all about power. You know, it's all about strength. So potentially for some of you, this man might even be a bodybuilder. You know, he's very athletic, I'm feeling. And he also appears, as I said, well built. You know, even for some of you, he might be a bit stout or kind of bearded in some sense. I'm kind of picking up for some of you either a director, a lawyer, a judge, or an entrepreneur of some sort. You know, even someone that's like involved in finances. And I feel, ladies, that he's still very nurturing but very controlling, okay? Now, looking at your last card here, Lenormand's card, we have that key card. And ladies, this card is certainly all about destiny, you know, karma and mysteries, and it connects us again with earth signs, okay? So this card says that you're going to feel a strong karmic tie towards this man and vice versa. You know, you're going to see him, I'm feeling, as I suggested to you from the observations, as your soulmate. He also can be a decoder or some type of, do some work, you know, in switchboarding or something, like a switchboard type operator, okay? So ladies, as I suggested, I decided to use a few additional cards to give you a bit more parting advice into your situation here. And the first card we're going to examine, it comes from P. Cass and Colette's Baron Reed deck, Wisdom of the House of Night. The card selected, ladies, is the High Priestess of Air. So this card is certainly saying is that you really need to try to use, you know, a logical approach, or you need to reason and use your mind a bit better to kind of figure out, you know, what really would be your best approach in kind of handling this situation with this man. And this card is kind of telling you that you need to really just take the time and think what would be your best move before really kind of acting, you know, upon any given situation as it relates to your romantic situation. Additionally, ladies, I also decided to select another card from Colette's Baron's Reed deck. This time, ladies, from the Enchanted Map. And ladies, the card selected this time is Oregon's Lyre, okay? So this card is certainly saying that, guys, you have a lot of, it looks like it's more of like an internal warning system that is kind of, it lets you know, guys, when things are kind of, you know, really going array, or things are not really going the way that they should be going, in order to, you know, have a satisfying and or productive relationship. But this card is certainly telling you that some of you might be about to enter some type of dangerous territory when it comes to dealing with these men. Because look, you have this snake card. So again, you know, it's all about violence and all about, you know, someone being abusive to you and lying and cheating. So this card is kind of telling you to kind of really try your best to kind of, you know, watch your surroundings, you know. Awareness is key. This is what this card is trying to, you know, kind of the message that it's kind of getting to you, or wants to kind of relate to you. Ladies, the next card I decided to select comes from Doreen's Virtuals deck, Healing with the Angels, the Fairy card. And ladies, a card that actually that comes up is Kick Up Your Heels, ladies. So it says, ladies, that, you know, you guys have been kind of worrying about a relationship or even a romantic problems. And this card is telling you, ladies, it's time to stop worrying so much and get out and kick up your heels and have a good time and have fun, celebrate, call your friends and arrange some type of social gathering, or do something just to really have fun, you know, and take your mind off your lover, okay? The next card I decided to select comes from, again, Doreen's Virtues deck, the Magical Unicorn. And the card selected basically was true and relaxed. So this card says that, you know, what you really want in life in terms of this relationship or either a romantic situation, you know, it's going to come to pass. And not only that, it's asking you to trust your feelings, because your thoughts surrounding this relationship, you may be questioning yourself, okay? But this card is telling you that, you know, what you're asking about, you know, really is the truth, you know? And it wants you to know that you're correct in how you're kind of thinking about, you know, moving forward in this situation, in this romantic situation, okay? And I also actually pulled additional card too, and that one says pretty much relax and everything's going to be okay. And it's telling you that, you know, don't worry, and everything certainly is going to be just fine. The next card I decided to select comes from Sylvia Brown's deck. And the card that I selected pretty much was, you know, face your fears, ladies, because this card is kind of telling you that when you do, you're going to realize that there are not real, but only what you create yourself. You're going to realize that, you know, your fears aren't real. You know, it's just things that you're just, you know, suffering from a lot of anxieties, you know. And this card is telling you, you know, to just realize that you kind of create your own future. Okay, and the next cards I decided to select comes from Amy Zinner's deck, and the card selected was basically Lovers and the Friend. So it says that you certainly are going to be surrounded by the possibility of pleasure, or new love, or kind of reconciling or reaching out or reaching back to someone that maybe you haven't been dealing with a lot. This card is certainly suggesting that. And this card is also suggesting too, you know, with this card is that the Friend card is that do not ignore those that kind of feel that maybe you are too nice or not interesting enough to be their lover in some sense, you know? And perhaps you're kind of feeling that you're not, you know, interesting enough to move forward in a relationship that you perhaps would want to be in. So ladies, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading adds a bit value to your situation. And once again, if it resonated, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to subscribe, as well as give this reading a big thumbs up. Ladies, I'm currently offering a promotion, and it expires on the 14th of this month, and $20 of questions. If interested, certainly contact me at WAT61073 @gmail.com. Thank you.